Latin America erupts. It's He-Man time.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's land.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Power, let's go.
No one should ever take for granted the people of Latin America. From Mexico all the way down to the tips of South America, Spain, the Caribbean, and all points in between. Because la gente is muy fuerza. The people are very strong, especially when it comes to their how do you say, their IPs, the things that they love so much from the past. The reaction of He-Man is been so intense that I cannot understand it by myself. I have to bring in an expert. And what better expert than mi hermano from Midnight's Edge Español? It's Geek Tropology, Pablito.
Hola.
What's up, brother?
Hey, I'm watching the comments on the Midnight's Edge Español video about He-Man, and basically what I expected.
Yeah, this reminds me of an old story about, like, I almost want to say like 30 years ago, when there was an article in the LA Weekly on rock en español y la importante de música con los inmigrantes, and the workers would come here and they would have, and they would work the fields or work the factories in strange places that they didn't know about. And the only things that they would bring with them would be their music from El Tri and Los Caifanes, right? And maybe a picture of their family. But it shows you the passion, the loyalty that the Latin American people have to their the properties, man, the stuff that they love. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. Explain it to us. Explain to us the connection with the history of Latin America and the property of He-Man.
Ok, la conexión es incluso un poco más, the connection is a bit more intense than even He-Man. It comes from something that is our history, A lot of our nations, a lot of our countries lost their creativity when the Spaniards came. They destroyed our
You're going
icons.
that back. You're going 500 years back.
I'm going directly to that.
Oh, all right.
Is why.
I got to turn the fan off so I can really hear, but 500 años.
500 años, but that's the thing. When they came, they changed everything. They destroyed our cultures, or legends. All that was gone. So there's a lot of tribes. There's a lot of different people that started to get that sensation of belonging from other things, because we need to get that. We need that to be strong mentally.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you see how many toy lines and how many series have came and became huge, it may be even bigger than in the United States on fame. Maybe not on consumption, because we don't have enough money to actually purchase all those toys. Just as an example, right? When I was without that much money, I bought this Darth Vader. This one is a $3 one. When I was in a better job, I had some better money, I bought this one. It's $40. Okay?
Beautiful.
Right? It's amazing, but normally I will only be able to buy the $3 one, not the $40 one. What do I mean by that? This is the reality. We don't have enough money to invest on so many toys. We don't have the money to invest on so many DVDs or any of that. But we have what we can, and we hold whatever we can, because exactly that. We don't have the money to buy a lot. We cannot buy an icon every time somebody kills the existing icon. And we actually pass that to the next generation. If you have a toy that will last, this toy will go to my son. And actually, I have a son, and this is in the things that anything happens to me will go to him. All this collection will go to him.
Sure.
And that
Sure.
means that there's a connection, right? Some toys I inherited from my uncle or from someone on my family. Some of the DVDs that I have was I don't know, an uncle that went to the United States, purchased the DVD, and when he gets here, he goes, you like this more, you need this. And that's how a lot of people make their collections, by getting things from the parents or from their uncles or anyone on the family, from friends. They go a couple of months to the United States and they purchase in bulk whatever they can, because here
Sure.
I was showing to you on a chat the other day that a $15 figure on the US is $60 here in Ecuador. Right? So it's 3 times more just to have the figure.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Really fast, that reminds me, you talking about economics, right? At a certain point, and it's so stark in Latin America that these, going back to the rock en español examples, the kids that could afford them back in the day were only the rich kids, could afford the musical instruments, the music classes, the studios. So it was very rare when you would see, los pobres, in a band.
For example,
that's why maybe Maldita Vecindad was so big.
Exactly. And this is my example. There are some people that have this acoustic Yamaha guitar, beautiful, the best woods, everything is perfect. Most people know how to play guitar because they have been playing it on a market guitar that is maybe $20 to $50 at best. Is a nylon string that is actually fishy in lane. And that's how we do stuff, because we want the sound, and we can make the sounds incredible with abuelito guitar, with a mercado guitar. That is something that we can do, but it's because of poverty. And if you see even musicians that have become huge, like there's this musician group that they are comedians called Les Luthier, and they use bedroom appliances and everything to make the instruments. So you will see the toilet seat cover made as a guitar. Because they started the improvisation by doing their own instruments, and then they became huge, and they had a full-on orchestra playing with them, and they were playing with a toilet seat.
Well, that's the creativity of the Latin American people, the resiliency. So now you've painted like that history, right? That the imported IPs are such rich treasures to the Latin American people and the fans. What's with this, this erupting behavior in the He-Man videos we put up in Spanish? Well, from what you've read,
He-Man is a manly character, right? And Latin America has a lot of connections with manliness. That is something really important to take into consideration here. And he is this kind of mythological character that we lost. Exactly what we lost. We lost our heroes. For example, here in Ecuador, I can barely tell you about Rumiñahui or about Tatahualpa or heroes because there's not enough information. So when we get this kind of mythology, and is something like a Norse mythology in space on He-Man, we actually love that. He's a warrior. And he's a warrior that goes into adventures that you will expect to see Quetzalcoatl there, right? a snake, a feathered snake,
The
something
feathered
that,
serpent god.
yeah. So you will expect something like that in that kind of mythology, so we can connect. And it's colorful, is full of messaging for the kids about how to behave yourself, how to do your stuff. The actual stories may be a bit more adult than the message at the end.
Sure.
So you as a father will sit with your son to watch that, and in the end you will go, pay attention, mijo. I need you to know that. I need you to have that moral value, because that will make you a better person in the future. So the parents actually sit down with their kids to watch this, and that's a connection. That's another layer of connection. This is something that I watch with my papa, and this is something that I don't want to give up.
Sure.
Which brings me to comments like, for example,
you want to bring it up?
This is Ronin Samurai on the Midnight Search Espanol video.
You want to share the screen?
Yeah, I can actually share the...
And I'll bring it up. So we're going to the Midnight Jets Espanol comments, which were in the hundreds. The views were in the tens of thousands. The reaction has been from all over, from Mexico to Chile to Argentina. And please. What were some of the more interesting ones for you?
So this is a bit of how much we know about the story, about the Legendarium, because we are really into it. Ronin Samurai saying, siempre se supo que solo el elegido podía invocar el poder de Grayskull. Ahora resulta que cualquier soquete con espada en mano y las palabras mágicas se puede transformar. He is saying it was supposed to be only the chosen one, the one that can call upon the power of Grayskull. No, any idiot with the sword can. So Skeletor called upon the power of Grayskull, and that's something that is out of bounds, because he is not the chosen one. He doesn't have, and in the series, he held the sword a lot of times in the original series, but he will not get the power, because he is not the chosen one. He is not the champion from Grayskull. It's just a random guy saying, pointing to something that the writers on the show completely forgot and
completely
really
missed.
Important.
So this guy really knows his He-Man.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Then Carlos Reyes. Las feministas odian la masculinidad tóxica, pero se dieron cuenta que Tila la hicieron lo más hombre que se pudo con masculinidad tóxica. Eso es una contradicción. Me alegra ver que a nadie le gusta esta serie. He's saying, have you noticed that the feminists hate toxic masculinity, but this feminist Tila version is a full toxic masculinity, and in a way that I do not like, because she is the bad part of masculinity, only trying to impose yourself. But masculinity goes beyond. You try to be a hero, you try to behave yourself, you try to be a caballero, you try to treat the ladies good, but also treat another man with the same respect that you will hope for you. And if you have to go to blows, in the end, you know that the guy that you are having the blows with may be your best friend at the end.
It seems that this new version of Tila is completely different than the old one.
Yes, completely different.
Which is what people are complaining about.
The old version was a seasoned veteran. She is the captain of the Royal Guard. She's one of the elite soldiers on Eternia. She is actually a genius tactician.
Wow.
But
that's not enough today.
Nope.
Today, they have to be the number one.
Yeah, you have a woman that...
which is okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but just, present it like that, but then make her a full-fledged character. Make her three-dimensional, not, like you said, just showing the worst parts of toxic masculinity, for lack of better words.
And she was respected. She was really important on the series.
She already was, you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, she had a lot, and she was a moral compass for a lot of the issues in the show. So,
and where was Carlos from? Do we know? We don't know.
No,
That's all
we don't
right.
know.
So just another fan from Latin America. What else do you have?
Yo intenté ver la nueva versión de Netflix, solo resistí el capítulo 1 y 10 minutos del segundo. Qué
Mm,
asco. La animación, los nuevos diseños y su dinamismo son geniales, pero
wow.
es como que te quisieran lavar el cerebro desde el comienzo. Muy buena acción, pero denigraron personajes fabulosos en pos de esta nueva histeria colectiva.
Hmm.
Y eso es sumamente importante. Y, el mensaje, the message goes a lot longer and
Right.
talks about a lot of the LGBT sentiments and everything. And that's important
Yeah.
because I have seen gay people from here, from Ecuador, that was angry about He-Man. I have seen lesbians that are against what they did to Shira on the series from Netflix. So
Yeah.
there's
And
people already that,
yeah, and we've talked about this, that people from varied backgrounds who are He-Man, true He-Man fans,
Mhm.
right? They're like, that's not He-Man. That's not Tila.
Yeah.
That's not my Tila.
And there's
My
some.
Tila saved me and helped me go when I was going through a lot of shit. Not
Exactly.
me, but I'm talking through a friend of mine who's gay, and she was going through a lot of shit when she was growing up, saying that my Tila helped me
Mhm.
be who I am today. And she didn't recognize this new Tila, man.
And this is something that the people that are making this series and these movies and everything forget.
Mhm.
You know,
What
there's
else
a.
from Latin America? What else do we got?
Oh,
What other
okay.
comments?
Bueno, profe argentino from Argentina, I suppose.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Terrible serie, muy decepcionado. Si supieran si esperan mi dinero, no lo tendrán.
Mm-hmm.
Después de ver el tráiler, muy mentiroso, y
Mm.
escuchar las filtraciones, dije, listo, terrible porquería. Todo forzado, diálogos aburridos, hasta se dieron el gusto de criticar la frase de He-Man cuando atrapa a Skeletor en uno de esos recuerdos de Tila. De verdad no espero ni quiero la segunda temporada. Ya está, murió. And
Wow.
that's something, yeah. When you take away that connection with the characters and you have people from every background possible,
Right.
right? At least if you, this is a reality here in Latin America. There's not that many fans of everything. So when you have a group of fans, normally they exchange a lot of their love from
Yeah.
different series from different, and everybody needs to know a lot about everything, because if you want to have that conversation, you need to be able to talk with the other person one to one, right? So to be a fan, you actually need to know from He-Man to Star Wars to Star Trek to
Mm-hmm.
even Gravity Falls, right? You need to know about everything because you have to, because there's not enough people to talk about that. So no matter what you like, there's a possibility that you also have a connection with this, and that's a reality.
Well,
And those people will also get angry.
Well, to say Latin America has erupted in anger over the He-Man changes is an understatement. Thank you for giving us a little insight, man.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense, and we're talking how many dozens of countries from Latin America. You just got a taste here, and thank you for sharing. The Minute de Español. Make sure to catch Geek Tropology and myself on that channel and on his Twitter. We'll have all the links in the description below. Wow, man. 500 years and you mess with one of our imported properties, and this is the wrath.
we are tired of getting things taken from us. That's
Right.
the reality. We don't like mythology being taken from us because we lost our original mythology and know that we had something. Someone comes and, no, you need this. Okay, Spaniard.
Yeah, very well put. All right, Pablito, we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's Lamb. All right, Power, let's go.